If you say view chaos magic as a whirling hurricane, the eye of the storm is always the calmest place to be.
That's what
and we stand in the middle, as it were, and we work whichever way the storm goes.
Robin, what do you do when you're not doing this?
Accountancy.
Accountancy?
Yes.
Thank you, God.
The idea of the occult being populated entirely by accountants was particularly terrifying.
Slowly let your consciousness sink, slither down your spine. Lower, slowly let your consciousness slink down your spine.
This ritual had been prepared to enable me to get in touch with my inner animal and embrace the bestial side of my nature. Well, it was Friday night.
For you, feel the earth open for you. Feel the earth open, Ingus for you. Ingus, lower. This is where your ancestors lie sleeping. This is where the animals lie dreaming. This is the bestial dreaming. Push deeper into the dreaming. Push down, lower, deeper into the dreaming. Feel the animals stir around you. Feel the animals scent around you. Feel the animal rise within you. Feel the animal push into you. Feel the animal rise within you. Feel the animal rise within you. Feel the animal push into you. Feel the animal rise within you. Feel the animal push through you. Up through your spine. Up through your spine. Up through your spine. Feel the animal rise with you. Feel the animal power. Feel the animal power rising. Feel the animal power rising. Now!
What's the polite thing to say in this sort of situation?
I feel slightly different.
Okay, good. It's like an adventure. We're sort of branching off. You can look at it as like a sort of free-fall experience. You know, to some that could be perceived as being a little bit dangerous. It's like, but basically all you're trying to do is achieve a panoramic perspective in the same way as an animal has, to achieve pure focus in the same way as an animal. It might sound a bit paradoxical, but it does make sense. Venture deeper, 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 deeper.
To round off my evening, they'd lined up a visualization that would confront my fear of sex and death. It occurred to me that with my eyes closed, I couldn't see what they were up to, but quite frankly, I was too scared to open them.
Deep in the labyrinth. Walk the labyrinth. Deep in the labyrinth. And now you see her spider in the labyrinth, sucking you into the labyrinth. It sucks my now. Deeper, with your eyes.
We have to recognise the paradox of life, you know, and that sometimes you can achieve things through the strangest and most bizarre ways. I'm doing things that now are what I want to do in my life. Yeah. I've got my life in order, as it were, through chaos, which is a paradox. What a brilliant paradox, though, but, you know, that's the way it works.
I suppose on the face of it, chaos magicians and the Summit Lighthouse don't have a lot in common. Well, a fondness for chanting, perhaps. A taste for exotic artefacts, maybe. Oh, and ritual use of the sword or meat cleaver, I'll grant you that. But otherwise, worlds apart, except for the support of the group, which seems to be crucial to all belief systems. The group gives security. It provides answers. And it also, and don't underestimate the importance of this, gives you someone to talk to when the prayer meeting's finished or the bonfire's gone out. But I think of all the people I met on this journey, the one who left me most convinced that he'd found what he was looking for practised his beliefs quite alone, in Essex.
We have to get comfortable with ourselves, start where we are. It's all there within us. If only we can get quiet enough to hear the real tune of things.
Alan Redman is the only Westerner ever to be ordained as a priest in a Chinese Taoist monastery.
The consciousness that you have now is a limited consciousness. When that consciousness expands, you experience the oneness of things, that you are much more than you perceive. It's not about trying to be in a certain way, it's actually being very comfortable with yourself, and you accept yourself as you are. The Tao Te Ching says a journey of 1,000 miles starts under your feet, where you are now. So first you have to get really comfortable with yourself and find out what your process is.
Alan lives in a block of flats in Epping, and each day he travels to a nearby new town where he's worked for many years as a gardener for the council. Each day he also crosses the road into Epping Forest, where he performs his Tai Chi.
One summer I noticed two policemen walking across the field towards me, and they stopped a little way back from me, and then when I'd finished doing the form, they come up to me and they said, we've had a complaint that someone's acting very strange around here, and we can see you're doing something, but it's a bit strange for you. What is it? And I said, it's Tai Chi. And they said, well, if I was you, I'd stick to jogging. This is Epping, you know.
At some point on this journey, it struck me that what we're all concerned about isn't the meaning of life, but the meaning of death.
What do you think happens when we die?
One of the things that my master said, that when someone asked him that question, he said, what happens to you when you die? And he said, I don't know. And they said, but you're a Taoist master. And he said, but not a dead one.
People keep saying to me, all that time you spend with witches and shamans and druids and weirdos, has it changed you? Well, sometimes we change, and sometimes we just remember things we already knew, but it's like discovering them for the very first time. Like reverence for the landscape, respect for our ancestors, and the power of ritual, especially if you're dressed up in a daft robe and a silly hat. But if I only take one thing away from all this, I think it'll be something that one of my new pagan friends told me. He said that the secret of a balanced life is reverence and mirth in equal measure.
That was the last in this series. For contact details about the religions and beliefs featured, there's a special Channel 4 poster for £2. Just call 0897 188 177 and the £2 call will be charged to your phone bill.